yet another water main break.
We have to turn our guests away. They can't get their hair done.
Calgary businesses say they need water to stay open. Public health care and private health care.
If a surgeon is operating on a patient in the private for-pay system, they're not operating in the public system.
Why medical groups say it's a bad idea. And a whale of a job.
Right now we're in the home stretch.
Why an Alberta company is recreating the skeleton of a blue whale.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Ian White.
Good afternoon. A water main break along 17th Avenue yesterday afternoon has created traffic headaches and left more than 20 businesses without water. And a contractor is being blamed for its rupture. Tyson Fedor joins us live from 17th Avenue. And Tyson, it could be a couple of days before water is restored.
Ian, the city says it's all about what this rupture entails and what that break will look like. And right now, they're actually trying to get to the bottom of it. It was a contractor yesterday that ruptured that pipe underground, creating the break and actually compromising the roadway. And as you can see, both lanes are shut down westbound behind me. Now, 22 businesses here in this area are without water. Staff at 2 hair salons in the 1500 block of 17th Avenue say they can't even operate without water. The city has provided water wagons here for those in the area. Excavation of the road began a little earlier today, and the city is hopeful that repairs will be complete within 48 hours. However, more complicated breaks may take 72 hours or even longer. The city says some of the pipes in the Bankview and Scarborough area are more than a century old, but are still in good working condition. Influence Salon and Identity Express Bar say that they have now been calling customers to reschedule appointments.
We may have to work overtime. We may have to come in on our days off to accommodate for this, because there are people who are already booked in and we have to accommodate everybody. But we especially want to accommodate the people who already have appointments that we had to cancel.
Now, with it being rush hour, generally 2 lanes of traffic are traveling in each direction. But as mentioned, 2 lanes westbound are shut down between 14th and 15th Street here in the southwest, as traffic is being impacted throughout much of the evening. Ian?
And that is a busy area. Thanks very much, Tyson. A reminder that water restrictions start on Monday. It's expected to last 4 weeks while repairs are made on the Bears Paw feeder main. The city says anyone who has to do significant washing should do so this weekend. Postcards are being sent to all homes outlining the best ways to save water during the restrictions. Small businesses in Calgary are calling out the provincial government for hiking property taxes, saying it will hit them hard.
With Budget 2026, we're going to see costs rise even higher with this provincial property tax hike. Our mayor has luckily pointed out to us that this 21% hike is historic and it's terrifying, and I haven't seen how it's going to affect my business yet, but I know on a personal level, it makes it pretty scary around my house.
Arlen Smith runs the Palomino Smokehouse and says he's paying more than ever for food, utilities, and insurance. He says it will force businesses like his to raise prices, passing the burden on to customers. Alberta's NDP opposition says the UCP government is enjoying record oil production and high resource revenues, but is squandering those advantages. And cities neighboring Calgary are also receiving double-digit provincial property tax hikes. Chestermere is seeing the largest increase of any city in Alberta at 31%. That's about $300 for the average homeowner. Airdrie is also set to have a 19% hike in the amount sent to the Alberta government. That adds up to about $259.
Anytime that anybody sees an increase right now, it certainly doesn't make the affordability easier. And what I would say with that is this is where it's going to be really, really important that the province continues to partner with municipalities on the communication about this, because this needs to be communicated very, very clearly.
The Premier says those taxes are going up to support education and student growth. Both Airdrie and Chestermere are in line to receive new schools in the coming years. The Alberta government is repealing a controversial tax on wine. The change was made in the provincial budget last week. Wine producers in BC called the tax a blatant tax grab. Instead, Alberta is moving to a standard 58 cent a litre markup on the price of wine. Service Alberta Minister Dale Nally says the old tax formula only applied to 16% of the wines Albertans were buying, and it will be removed on April 1st. Several national health organizations warn Alberta's plan allowing doctors to work in both public and private care could drive up wait times. Mark Villani is live near the Foothills Hospital. So, Mark, why do doctors say this could add more strain to the healthcare system?
Well, Ian, the concerns come down to time and resources. The Canadian Medical Association, Canadian Doctors for Medicare, as well as the Canadian Health Coalition, all sounding the alarm here. Those groups say that doctors can't be in two places at once, and that if physicians are seeing patients in a pay-out-of-pocket system, that means that there could be fewer spots available for those that are relying on the current public healthcare system. Now, the legislation known as Bill 11 would allow doctors to accept private payment for care that is currently covered by public insurance. Critics warn this could create a two-tier system where wealthier patients in need of a lower-risk procedure like a hip or a knee surgery, for example, could jump the queue, leaving others waiting longer. Premier Smith refutes those claims. She says her government will monitor physician workloads to ensure doctors perform the same level of public or private treatments. But some doctors say there's just not enough physicians in the province to ensure a proper balance.
So if you compare us to other countries that have done this, have private for-pay systems, some having dual physician practice, they have about twice as many anesthetists and surgeons as we have. So what that means is in Alberta, if a surgeon is operating on a patient in the private for-pay system, they're not operating in the public system.
Now, some healthcare advocates are now encouraging Ottawa to step in and enforce the Canada Health Act, suggesting Alberta's two-tier system could violate someone's rightful access to public health care. Premier Smith says that's not the case. She anticipates that Bill 11 will be implemented sometime in this current legislative session. Ian.
Thank you, Mark. Calgary police say traveling crime groups are breaking into homes, and they're looking for 3 vehicles connected to the crimes. Police have provided photos of the vehicles they're trying to track down. Investigators say homes in the Northwest and South Calgary are being targeted. It's happening between 6 and 8 at night when families are often out. Thieves are using the backyard to gain entry into the homes and stealing jewelry, cash, and other portable valuables. Investigators say the traveling crime groups are operating across several provinces. An 18-year-old has been charged following an armed robbery in a Falconridge store on Sunday. Police say the suspect pointed a gun at employees before stealing phones from the store's safe. The suspect was tracked to a home in Martindale and arrested. Police say they recovered nearly 24 cell phones. Expect to see plenty of flashing lights along the Trans-Canada Highway just east of Deerfoot later tonight. Ambulances, tow trucks, fire engines, police and peace officers and maintenance vehicles will be parked near the ramps in both directions of 16th Avenue Northeast between 36th Street and Barlow Trail. Their flashing lights will be on. It's part of the Slow Down, Move Over campaign as a reminder for drivers to move over a lane when passing a stopped emergency vehicle, tow truck, or maintenance vehicle. Police say they had 2 cases of injuries last year where drivers crashed into a police car, pulled over helping someone.
It's the worst part of our job, EMS, fire and the tow truck drivers. It's the worst part that we have to deal with because we are in the hands of the drivers on the road and we're expecting them to drive sensibly when they're on the roads.
Drivers caught failing to slow to 60 in the lane next to a stopped emergency vehicle could be hit with a fine starting at $163. Danielle joins us now with a first look at the weather. Are we still looking at the possibility of showers or flurries tonight?
Yep, happening in parts of the city right now.
Oh.
So yes, there is that potential. A couple raindrops, then switching over to snowflakes. It's already switched over to snowflakes in some parts of the city, and the temperature is starting to drop off as well. We got to about 6 earlier today. We're now at 3 degrees. The winds are out of the north-northeast at 11 kilometers per hour, but at times it will gust a little higher than that. Let me quickly show you to the radar and you can see what's happening in the city. Some raindrops in parts of the city, other parts of the city seeing nothing at all, just the cloud cover, and other parts of the city seeing a couple snowflakes. All right, so your 24-hour forecast brought to you by Fifth Avenue Volkswagen. Family-owned, community-driven. Discover more at Fifth Avenue Volkswagen. And what I can tell you is that for this evening, we are looking at the potential for on and off flurries right through the evening hours, clearing out in the overnight hours. Tomorrow morning, kicking it off with sunshine, a wind chill closer to -8 early in the morning, but look at that afternoon, getting up to a high of 10 degrees, and just a little on the windy side. More details coming up.
Thanks, Danielle. The Premier of BC has decided on something that may have a ripple effect across the country. Next, Alberta debates whether to go to daylight saving time on a permanent basis. And ready to run, making plans for the Calgary Marathon, half marathon, and more. Also, if you have a news tip, text us at 10400. Alberta could soon be following BC's lead and do away with twice-a-year clock changes.
I think if you just ask people, do you want to stop the time change, you'd probably end up with overwhelming support on that, as they have in other jurisdictions.
Says her government will consult on ending the spring forward fallback practice. Danielle Smith says she'd prefer moving to permanent daylight saving time because it would mean extra sunshine in the evening. On Monday, BC announced that this weekend will be the last time residents will spring their clocks ahead, locking in on daylight saving time. In a 2021 referendum, just over half of Albertans who voted said no to adopting daylight saving time permanently. It's an annual debate.
Yep.
Every single year we talk about it.
There's a lot that goes on. There's a lot of factors that are a part of it. But
Yes.
I will say the factor where you have to, lose an hour, I don't think there's many people that like that part.
Yes, and a lot of us, we have to go on YouTube, how to change microwave clock
Yes.
every 6 months.
Yeah, invest some time on doing that Saturday night for sure. That's what we're contending with. 1 hour less sleep, and you have to deal with your clocks on your stove and your microwave and, at least not your cell phones for the most part. Okay. Today's highs, 6 degrees in Calgary. We had a good chunk of sunshine, but it's clouded over now, and there are some raindrops and flurries happening in the city. I'll show you the radar in just a moment. 10 degrees, though. This was the high in Lethbridge and Pincher Creek 11, so double digits there. Cooler in Medicine Hat, -3 was the high. Oh, right. When we look at right now, as we cool, especially because we have this activity moving into the city, we're down to 3 now. 4 in Pincher Creek, 5 in Milk River, 4 in Lethbridge. Okay, looking at the radar and satellite imagery here, you can see what's happening. We have this light moisture. This is not really significant, but we are looking at flurries and raindrops right now. So in the east end, and especially the southeast end, mainly just some raindrops, and then some communities seeing nothing but cloud cover, and then other communities, especially in the northwest corner, seeing some snowflakes. We're not looking at anything significant. A light dusting really is what you can expect from this, and this is just for the evening hours, and then it's out. The significant snowfall, where you may have to shovel, arrives on Sunday. Okay, let me play this through, and as we head through the evening hours, by about, I would say 6 o'clock, we still have the potential for flurries in Calgary. By 8, it starts to work its way south, and then it's in the south end of the province. For tomorrow is really just a quiet day, a little on the breezy side in the afternoon. We'll get a good chunk of sunshine for tomorrow, so it's a nice day overall. Temperatures will get into the double digits in the city. And then for Saturday, we have the potential of a few early morning showers. Most likely that will be to the far south, but we could see a couple raindrops in the city, and then it mainly clears out. Now let's move to Sunday, because that's the significant weather. We are looking at a decent snowfall on Sunday. Snow at this point, it looks like it'll arrive around the noon hour on Sunday and stick for the afternoon hours. Okay, 10 degrees as our high for tomorrow with mainly sunny skies. And then Saturday, that small chance of an early morning shower, then clouds clearing out, and a high of 14, which of course will be the warmest day of the next 5, as you can see here. Then remember, we lose an hour on Sunday morning. Sunday throughout the day, we'll kick off with about 1 millimeter of rain likely and then transition to snowfall, 5 to 10 centimeters possible at this point, it looks like. I'll keep you posted as we get closer. 8 degrees is the high, but temperatures will quickly plummet in the afternoon. And by Monday, flurries carrying into the early morning hours and a high of -1.
Thank you, Danielle. The Calgary Marathon is giving runners a first look at this year's race swag. Organizers have unveiled the 2026 finisher medal and official race shirt, both featuring a bold new design. The medal displays the teepee at NMAX Park, where the race ends and many runners stop to take photos. And yes, the marathon medal does still double as a belt buckle, as in years past. Meanwhile, this year's shirt carries the slogan, "More Than Run." It's a nod to new runners and what the sport means to them.
So the More Than Run is something that we've really leaned into the last couple of years, and it's really seemed to connect with people. And in the background, we did add a shoe print because it really is that first step that makes all the difference.
This year's marathon is set to break attendance records. Organizers have enlarged the start line to accommodate the growth. Calgary nonprofit wants to give young women a hand up into the real estate market. Still to come, the impact they hope to create with Havens Rise. The price of oil rises another $5 U.S. a barrel today. Joining me is Dave Popowich, portfolio manager with the Popowich Karmali Advisory Group. And Dave, the higher oil price had a real impact on the markets.
Yeah, good afternoon, Ian. It did rattle the markets today, and not a lot of reprieve. Although markets didn't finish at their lows, there was certainly a lot of red on the board. So you mentioned oil prices. The settlement on WTI today was a little over $81. That was better than an 8.5% gain. And that really, it's come off a little bit from there, but it has really pressured the markets today, right across North America, and worse in Asia and in Europe, which are, of course, more subject to being oil import countries and more susceptible to the problem here. The big winners, though, were made for some interesting bedfellows.
Yeah, and speaking of which, obviously energy stocks go up, but technology as well, right?
Yeah, and if you look at the energy just sub-index on the TSX, it was up about 0.9%. Now, remember, I just said the commodity spiked to settlement by a little over 8%, so a fairly modest move, if you would. But the big winner on the TSX, if you look under the hood, was the technology sub-index, up better than 2.8%, which is interesting. Now, we've got a fairly contained, very few number of big technology companies that can influence that move. But I would say that the Broadcom results in the United States today, Broadcom is an AI chip maker, they did extremely well, also in positive territory. So that led North American technology stocks to be amongst the leaders on the upside today.
All right. Thanks for the update, Dave.
Bye, Ian.
A unique partnership is helping young women without the traditional family financial support break the rental cycle. The initiative, called Havens Rise, is a partnership between the Safe Haven Foundation of Canada and Dolce Real Estate. The program provides education around home readiness, financial literacy, and coordinated down payment support. The Safe Haven Foundation says the initiative will not just empower women, but also their communities.
We invest in youth. If we invest early when they're at risk and are facing the potential of homelessness, we can transform their lives, and the ripple of that change extends far beyond their own lives.
Over the past 30 years, Safe Haven has supported over 130 girls and young women. Small businesses in Calgary say the provincial property tax increase is going to hit them hard. Here's Tara Nelson with a look ahead to CTV News at 6.
Hi, Ian. The owner of Palomino Smokehouse says he has no choice. He's going to have to raise prices for his customers. But it's not just small businesses sounding the alarm. Several municipalities are worried too. Coming up at 6, you'll hear the Premier's response to those concerns. Also ahead, a grassroots group fighting to keep Alberta part of Canada is back. Coming up, the group's game plan heading into a possible separation referendum this fall. Ian.
Thank you, Tara. Some Calgary students with an interest in the performing arts got a lesson today from the pros.
If I write things down in red ink, for some reason, that locks things into my brain.
Cast members from Les Miserables held a Q&A session with the students in Jube School. It's a program that enables local students in grades 4 and 5 to spend a week studying the performing arts at the Jubilee Auditorium. The kids in the cast of the touring Broadway production gave their perspective on show business too. Les Miserables is at the Jubilee Auditorium until Sunday. Well, we're looking at some light snow showers in Calgary right now, but it will clear out sometime tomorrow. We'll have lots of sunshine and possibly 10 degrees. Danielle has the forecast coming up. Looking on the bright side again.
Yep.
We've got 2 really nice days before the snow comes back again. Friday and Saturday look great.
And you can expect this up and down kind of thing for all of March, really, because this is our snowy month. And we're going to get some snow on Sunday. Okay, 3 degrees is the current temperature. We got to 6 earlier today. And here's what Ian is talking about. Look at that. 10 degrees is our high for tomorrow. Just a little breezy in the afternoon, gusting up to 40 kilometers per hour on Saturday. A mix of sun and clouds. Small chance of showers early in the morning, but by the afternoon, sunny and 14. Sunday, though, the clouds will increase in the morning, and by around the noon hour, we'll get the moisture. So starting off as a little bit of rain, switching over to snow, 5 to 10 centimeters possible at this point, 8 degrees for the high.
Thanks, Danielle. Think you have a big job ahead of you? How about this? A local company is creating a massive skeleton of a blue whale. Dinosaur Valley Studios is creating an exhibit for Oregon State University. The skeleton of an adult male is just over 22 meters long. It was found beached on the Oregon coast in 2015. The team here has constructed a steel structure to hold the skeleton, with each individual bone able to come off and be studied by researchers. The finished skeleton will be an outdoor public display.
Right now we're in the home stretch. We have the armature completely finished. All of the bones have their cradles, they're in place. We're happy with how everything is articulated. Now it's going to be the matter of just prepping and coating the armature for protection from the elements so it doesn't rust and things like that.
The blue whale is expected to make the trip back to Oregon in May. We've posted more information about Dinosaur Valley Studios on our website. Thank you for joining us. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.